The Voice Vista Podcast, venture by Pooja Prasoon.
Welcome to The Voice Vista. This is Life Unfiltered, a candid podcast with Tushar Patwardhan.
Today, I invite you to join me on a journey where I share a personal experience of facing adversity head on. Running a marathon with an upset stomach. It's a tale of determination, resilience, and the power of a strong mindset. Despite the odds stacked me, I emerged victorious. Victorious is like a great feeling, proving that with unwavering determination and consistently, we can conquer any obstacle that comes our way. Welcome to today's podcast where we explore the incredible potential of a resilient mind. Friends, football has been always my first love in sports. But क्या है ना, with age जैसे wisdom बढ़ती है, बारी वीक हो जाती है और गलती से भी एक हाथ हड्डी टूट गई तब तो वाट लग जाती है. Right from the schooling days, I've been playing football, but when it came to age of 39 and I almost ended up with tearing my ligament, I decided prudence was in changing sports to something less runty or probably, completely safe. My bestie Anuruddha and I decided to take up marathon, and rest is history in making. Matlab bhai, I'm still running and lot of more accolades to be grabbed. So that's what I mean by saying history in making. For long, I confined myself to half marathons and was happy with it. फिर एक दिन एक महाशय ने मिर्ची लगाई and मैंने full marathon का बिगुल बजाया. Honestly tell you, till then I was happily married in half marathons. But as my nature goes, once I decide something, I go all out. So 42 kilometers की प्रैक्टिस चालू कर दी. वैसे, since I am a good student, I did practice very seriously. And I did my first FM sub 5. अब ये sub 5 क्या होता है? If you are not a runner, you will never know what sub 2, sub 4, sub 5 is. सच बोलूं, it is completely runners का माज. मतलब एकदम सिंपल और स्टूपिड है. सब 2 बोले तो हाफ मैराथन बिलो 2 आवर्स एंड सब 2 के बाद सब 4 और सब 5 इज टिपिकली फॉर फिनिशिंग फुल मैराथन्स इन लेस देन 4 और 5 आवर्स. बोला ना मार्च था, यही वो था. एंड एज आई फिनिश माई क्रॉसिंग लाइन, आई वॉज absolutely wanting to do more and more. It's like like an addiction. एक sip मारा और मारो और and then that's like never stopping. Same thing happened after I crossed my finish line. So when I ran more than 42 kilometers, I had to have a taste of those many more kilometers as my lifestyle. Running journey continued. I had a privilege to run distances as long as 50 kilometers, 65, 67, 75, many a times. One of those happens to be a super memory for me. It was Borivali National Park 50 kilometers run. Registered and reached there earlier day as would be for any event. Don't know why and what happened, but for dinner earlier night I ended up having something which upset my stomach a lot, and I started going for toilet from 3 a.m. And right till the start of the event, I went 4 times. All drained, I reached the venue. As if not enough of getting beaten up, right at the start of the race at 6:30 a.m., I again developed pressure, and when I came out of the toilet, this had begun. It was an event and I was at the event. So भाई यार अपने खून में ही नहीं कि इसको छोड़ देना, abandoning was out of question. Started running. Mind you, it was 50 kilometers race and I was dehydrated already madly. Funny part was, एक तरफ खाई और एक तरफ शेर. If I don't start consuming water with electrol, I would collapse due to weakness. And if I drink too much, वापस pressure आ जाएगा. And since Boreli National Park, जंगल में मंगल तो है ही. Anyways, event began. Kilometers kept rolling. I kept on sipping smartly, just sipping, water with electrol. Support en route was extremely good. Dates, chickies, etc. kept revitalizing my energy back. Self-talk at this stage proved extremely important. I had to keep telling myself to think of only small distances. And as I pocketed each of them, and the next one, and so on. This mantra of keeping yourself small kept really giving me a lot of motivation, and the journey became smooth. I was fully determined that I'll anyhow complete 50 kilometers, and it was starting to see in my body language as well. And I completed first loop of 25 kilometers. Body was not in stage even to be with me for this loop, but mind was strong. I decided to take a small break. बस साइड में सो गया. Nice 5 minutes of body relaxing, and I was already mentally as well as physically strong now. Second loop of 25 kilometers was unbelievably easy, and I still don't believe with earlier night loose motions I have completed 50 kilometers, and that too so strongly. In the last of the loops, I was overtaking so many of my co-runner, they were like, अरे यार 25 हो गया, 28 हो गया, 30 हो गया, and I was saying like, yes, okay, cool. And that's the way 50 kilometers was like done. Amazing is the power with you. बस आप अपने आप को challenge किया करो. Miracles do happen. I went back to the room, had bath, and was to take a train for Nashik from Dadar. As I was climbing railway stations at Boreli station, a person with heavy bags was little ahead of me on the stairs. He was gasping for breath. I don't know what happened and what I felt. I just volunteered. भाई साहब, आपके सामान को उठाने के लिए मदद करूं? Obviously not knowing me, his first reaction was he refused. But पता नहीं उसे क्या लगा. He said, well, can you please help me? Now, after 50 kilometers run, that too with bad state of start, so weak in the start, that is, I felt utterly proud that I could help a person in need. Such memories are a treasure and will always keep boosting my morale to higher and higher achievements. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into the Voice Vista podcast. आप और भी इंटरेस्टिंग शो सुन सकते हैं thevoicevista.in पर. ये शो कॉन्सेप्चुअलाइज किया है पूजा प्रसून ने, प्रोड्यूस किया है द वॉइस विस्टा ने. गेस्ट कोऑर्डिनेशन में हमारे साथ रही सुनीता जी चौहान. डिजाइन किया है टीम क्रिएटर्स डेन ने. साथ ही एडिटिंग और प्रोडक्शन के लिए धन्यवाद टीम लर्निंग बी को. प्रोमो वॉइस दिया है राहुल ढोले ने. लाइक, फॉलो और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें.